I don't understand the double standard.
I have seen a huge taboo in 2013 against feminism, and I mean, this isn't anything new.
F word has a lot of different connotations towards it.
I think that there's actually a real value in whether or not Beyonce identifies as feminist.
It's almost a cliche that feminism is disliked and misunderstood.
People are afraid of the word, and I was always afraid of the word.
There's a lot of different ways you can think about feminism.
I got this feeling on a summer day when you were gone. I crashed my car into the bridge. I watched her let it burn. I threw your shit into a bag and pushed it down the stairs. I crashed my car into the bridge. I don't care. I love it.
I feel like I'm one of the biggest feminists, in the world, because I tell women to not be scared of anything.
One of the great things about feminism is that there is no set definition, and that there is a huge variety of feminisms. I'll emphasize the S there. There's no way that any single feminism can cover or take into account all of the forms of oppression.
And I like how Jessica Valenti puts it. I mean, she calls it full frontal feminism, and the idea that we need people to really own it and not do variations of it or say, well, I believe in equality of men and women, but I'm not a feminist. Well, I mean, you are a feminist if that's what you believe in.
It's a movement of inclusivity. I think that's one of the most important aspects of feminism. So I think it really has moved beyond being exclusively a women's issue, if it ever was exclusively a women's issue, and it's about inclusiveness and openness for all people, and I think improving the capacities of everyone.
Disturbing the norm, disturbing status quo, and looking at things from a different perspective, different lenses, a gendered lens, a race lens, an intersectionality lens, bringing up conversations and putting things into dialogue that wouldn't normally happen outside of a feminist framework.
Gender was literally something created as a system of oppression, because gender is just separating people into categories and then telling them how they can be based on those categories. And we internalize them and adopt them ourselves, but they're also put on us, and then we spend a lifetime trying to accomplish it.
Beyonce feminism is sort of sneak attack feminism. When you go back and you look at all of Beyonce's Destiny's Child songs, they're all super feminist, and the main message is always female independence, and it's a lot of the time financial independence, but it's also just like being happy and satisfied on your own and having respect for yourself and your relationship. So if you look at songs like Bills or Independent Women or Survivor, they're all extremely feminist.
And it's about being equal, it's not about being better than men, but I feel like there has definitely been more of an equality made in music, and you've seen the rise of sort of lots of female artists, and they're always going to make these statements of feminism, and I think that that's a positive thing. Music being the universal language and the thing that most people connect to in their lives and everyone can relate, then I think music is really one of the only ways. Music and art are the ways to kind of keep that message going and to keep that female voice heard in the world.
So I think that there's a role there for popular culture and media to play in making sure that diverse voices are heard, that there is a fair representation of the different issues out there, because it does shape public opinion. If we only see one side of thing, a lot of people don't understand that there are, nuances and complexities to things because it's not covered in the mainstream media, or they've only seen one angle in popular culture.
I've had many friends, particularly in the music sphere, that are like, well, you're not a feminist. Yes, I am a feminist, actually, because feminist just means that you believe in equality between men and women. It's exactly what is said in that Beyonce song. It's a very, very simple definition, but people are afraid of it because they have the wrong idea of feminism, and I'm not really sure why.
Feminist, a person who believes in the social, political, and economic equality of the sexes.
You wake up, the shoes on my feet, I found the clothes I'm wearing.